This week,
Beerbower wins Strength Coach of the Year.
we learn to drive in driver's ed.
Environmental Science learns about McHenry water.
We highlight the greenest store in McHenry.
Social Science makes class engaging.
And Shrek The Musical turns MCHS green.
All of that and more on
the Warrior Weekly.
Good morning, Warriors, and welcome to this week's edition of the Warrior Weekly presented by Warrior Student Media. I'm Caden Bunting.
And I'm Carter Neiman. This week we highlight driver's ed, AP Environmental treats our water, and Shrek takes over MCHS.
But first, Coach Beerbower wins one of the most prestigious education awards in Illinois. Warrior Student Media has the story.
You may have seen McHenry Upper Campus's strength room along with the welcoming coaches. At MCHS, one of our strength coaches, Dr. Beerbower, has been an excellent strength coach for many years. He gives us insight on his experience of being a strength coach at MCHS.
It's the best role in our district. You get to work with all the teams, every athlete in some capacity. And so, if you like opportunities to make a difference or make an impact, I can't think of no better role than the role I get to serve.
Dr. Jeff Prickett talks about how Beerbower makes people feel welcomed, along with Caden Barrett and Jerry Poplowski, who further elaborate.
He's more than a teacher. He's more than a coach for a lot of people, including adults. You go to him if you need advice. You go to him if you need to talk, and I know kids do that as well as adults. So it's just a bright spot. It lifts your mood. He's just a source of energy, I think, for all of us.
I think encouraging others is probably the biggest one, and making them feel comfortable with what they're doing. Overall, he's amazing.
He's very inspirational. He's kind of like a civil leader. Like, he leads by actions, not by words. It's just great to have him as a teacher.
Kelly Warta explains how Beerbower benefits the community.
I think he benefits the community by making sure that students or athletes or people that are just wanting to learn more about strength or like powerlifting or just more about their sports stay ambitious and stay in check.
Brian Duran and Eli Gardiak go into how Beerbower is reliable and a motivator for many people.
Beerbower is someone you can most definitely rely on if you need a talk, if you need a push, some kind of motivation to push yourself and have a better day.
I think that he's kind of like a role model for everybody. Like, if you need someone to talk to, someone to be there for you, you can talk to him. Or if you just need that extra motivation at the end of the day, he'll always be there for you. He's always going to push you, and I just think it's a great thing that we have him.
On February 29th, students and faculty filled the strength room to congratulate Beerbower on receiving Illinois Strength Coach of the Year. Dr. Beerbower explains how he feels receiving this award.
I'm incredibly humbled by it. I look up to a lot of the coaches in our region, and to be recognized this year means a lot to me and to our program. We have great people I work with, but we have awesome kids. So it's always great to be recognized. It's not why I do what I do, but it did mean a lot. Seeing all those kids is what made that moment for me. I love working with our kids every day, and so seeing all those kids that took the time to be there, it was very emotional.
Congratulations, Dr. Beerbower, on receiving the award of Illinois Strength Coach of the Year. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly, we are Alina Noel, Cameron Mitchell, Grace Summers, Taylor Palke, and Mika Dutt.
Congrats to Coach Beerbower on an incredible accomplishment.
Now, driver's ed is a graduation requirement at MCHS, and students can take it right here in the walls of Upper Campus.
Driver's ed is a program that teaches new drivers defensive skills revolving around driving. Driver's ed teacher Anthony Caruso elaborates on what the class has to offer.
Driver Ed's a class where it teaches you to become a good defensive driver, which is the main focus of our class. And defensive driving is protecting yourself and others from dangerous and unexpected situations. And that's the main goal of our class, because you're not just worried about yourself, you're worried about the other people out there that may be having a bad day driving, may not have learned correctly, or anything like that.
Mr. Caruso emphasizes on why it is important to be a defensive driver and how these skills will benefit drivers.
Driver Ed's important because some people think it's an easy class. We try and make it fun, and hopefully it's easy for kids to understand how to drive. With Driver Ed, once most people get their license, they're going to be using those skills all the way until they're in their 70s, 80s, or 90s, until they're done driving or they die. So they're going to be using Driver Ed skills every day for the rest of their life.
Driver's Ed has an in-school and out-of-school program. Mr. Caruso explains the differences between the two.
Yeah, so in school compared to out of school private, just in my opinion, I think we do a better job than private driver ed. That's just my opinion. But private driver ed is kind of a business, and in school here, it's school, so it's more of an education, I think.
Former Driver's Ed student Alan Mendez shares what skills he gained from driving and what he's most excited about.
Driver's Ed taught me things about driving that I didn't really know about. Different parking spots and all that,
Yeah.
Probably just gonna drive to work and school, drive people around. Yeah.
If you're a student who hasn't taken Driver's Ed yet, contact your counselor for more information. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly were Hayden Stone, Marco Visnovac, Rylan Davis, and Travis Kokinos.
Next, nothing is better than a nice glass of water, right, Caden?
1 week ago, students in AP Environmental Science had the opportunity to head to a water treatment facility in McHenry to learn what makes your water drinkable.
This past Tuesday, students from AP Environmental traveled to McHenry's water treatment facilities to learn more about McHenry's water system. Diving deeper into the topic, Ms. Kaylee Friend explains what students think of the experience as a whole.
So this field trip came at a really good time because we're in our unit right now that talks about pollution in waters and waste treatment, waste disposal, and most importantly, which is what the field trip was about, was the treatment of our wastewater. So the kids got to see in real life all the stuff that they've been learning about, like in their notes, in their videos that they've been watching. So they actually got to see what it looks like.
Junior Olivia Bono explains what she finds interesting about the field trip and why it's so important to take a class as a whole.
I liked at the field trip, I think it was really different. We didn't really get a rundown before, so we kind of didn't know what to expect. Like, we knew where we were going, but we didn't really know what we were going to learn there. The second part we went to like a sewage plant, and it was not what I expected. I mean, like, they had this entire thing of like sewage just running outside, and I thought it was really cool to see. I liked how much one of the guides took us through. Like, he really did take us through every step. He explained like every step. It was like, I don't remember the words, but he took us through every step and all the processes. It was really cool. He had a lot of demonstrations for us, and he even had like a part where it was just like brown stuff that came out of a machine, and like he pulled some of us out, and like we could touch it and feel it. So I thought that one was pretty interactive.
Looking for a class with a rich learning environment? Contact your counselor today. Reporting for Warrior Weekly were Lee McClellan, Vanessa Etherton, Jack Fisher, and Alex Julio.
Tickets for the Shrek Musical are still on sale. Throughout the halls of MCHS, scan the QR codes on the posters around the halls to buy your tickets today.
Now, Verdant Soul is one of the greenest shops in McHenry. Warrior Student Media traveled to the shop to see what goes into selling these plants.
Nestled in downtown McHenry, Verdant Soul is a cozy plant haven and gift shop with plenty to offer for the city of McHenry.
Yeah, so we do all sorts of indoor tropical plants, but we also wanted to make this a kind of one-stop shop. There isn't really any gifty type shops in McHenry, so we've added in a lot of things like candles, gifts, cards, we have clothes, books, just really a wide assortment of anything that anyone is looking for in a gift, whether you're a man, a woman, a teenager, kids, we have something for everyone.
First opening in 2020, Verdant has been on a journey of expansion and growth to be where it's at today.
Jen, my business partner, and I, we had talked before COVID about doing a plant shop, coffee shop, but then COVID happened, and we kind of swayed from the coffee shop idea and focused on plants. Started as a pop-up, doing little markets here and there, and then we began looking for a storefront. We found the store across the street, which is next to the Riverside Bakery. Grew out of that really quickly, and then we found this location and have been here ever since, and that was August of 2021.
Contributing to the local area, Verdant Soul offers classes and hosts events to further connect the McHenry community.
We'd like to partner with a lot of local businesses. Anything that we can do that we can involve other local businesses in our shop, local artists in our shop. We have the Full Moon Market that we also host every year. It's going to be in October this year. We're also involved in the Chamber of Commerce, so any in-town events, we usually have something going on with those as well. So anything that we can kind of get our hands in to work with the community, this is our home. So yeah.
If you're looking to make your home a little more cozy or get a unique gift for a friend, stop by Verdant Soul to see what they have in store. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly were Caden Bork, Riley Byron, Cameron Bork, and Maddie Spencer.
Next, the social science division teaches students more than just how to vote.
Social science teachers Wiersma and Leck dive into what makes this division so fun to work in.
MCHS Social Science Division has left a huge impact on students and has grown drastically. One of the Social Science Division teachers, Ms. Jennifer Leck, explains her interest in teaching in the Social Science Department.
AP Psych senior year of high school, and so that really got me interested in the social sciences.
Leck discusses how she views the Social Science Department and why she thinks that it's a good community to be a part of.
Yeah, so like I said, I think the social science department is a very collaborative group. We tend to be very involved at school. We have a lot of coaches in the social studies department. We work really well during our after school meetings that we have on Wednesdays.
Next, Mr. Jake Wiersma discusses how he feels about the environment of the Social Science Department.
I think we do a really good job all around of making the content relevant, having students discuss the content, come to their own conclusion, do a really good job at having class discussions where people are talking about different ideas about certain topics. So I would say just U.S. history in general. It's one of the classes I teach, and I've always been super passionate about history and learning about it.
Wiersma explains his favorite topic to teach about and why he likes teaching it.
I would say if there's any area of U.S. history, probably like World War II, I would say is like my favorite area to study.
If students are interested in taking any extra social science classes, you can talk to your counselor about any questions you may have. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly were Addie Bacon, Matea Masick, Braden Jurgensen, Dylan Oslensky, Danilo Lafarenko, and Hayden Stone.
Finally, you've seen the posters all over the building, and the first successful weekend of the Shrek musical has concluded.
Students have been working overtime to make sure this show isn't mediocre.
On Friday, March 8th, the Shrek Musical debuted in the Upper Campus Auditorium. While the show didn't premiere until this past weekend, it all started with auditions back in December. Senior James Mehevick explains how he felt after finding out that he got the lead role of Shrek.
I'm honestly just really excited to have the chance to really just show off and just get Shrek, and honestly, it just feels great as a senior to just finally get the lead role in a spring musical here. And honestly, I love working with all the people in drama, so it's just a lot of fun.
Once each actor had their part, they began preparation of the songs, choreography, and set pieces.
We auditioned the week before winter break, and then it was 3 long, grueling months of singing, acting, practice, building. Every Saturday we would come here and build all these huge sets for fun, and it's just 3 long months, but it's worth it. It's honestly worth it.
So at the beginning it was just learning the music, and then eventually we just got to blocking and being on the stage, and then I think we were here until like 7:30 at some points, so it was a lot of commitment, but it really worked out. It really shows.
Shrek the Musical features a cast of more than 50 and a pit orchestra, along with a large crew to accommodate the elaborate costumes, hair, makeup, and set pieces. Director Derek Galvicius explains how he makes everyone feel valued with such a large group.
It has the largest cast I believe we've ever had, ever. It has the largest crew that we've ever had, the largest sets we've had in a very long time. And each student, no matter what they're doing, is vitally important to the show. And if we have even one person sick or gone, we notice it. So a sense of belonging to the show is what I really wanted to create.
The production speaks for itself, but those involved with Shrek the Musical insist that the supporters are what allows it to thrive.
I think it's really nice that people still support the arts, and it's good that they come.
Most proud of the fact that we are still able to do musicals in our school, and that we have so many people who are still excited to be a part of the arts.
Honestly, it's just a great opportunity to see what we do here, and it's a huge musical. Lots of people are in it. Lots of people are having fun. And honestly, we've sold out so far, every show. So I think it's just a lot of fun. So I think everyone should just come see it.
The final 2 shows for Shrek the Musical will take place this upcoming weekend on Friday and Saturday night. Make sure to support our MCHS Drama Club and go see it. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly were Madison Harvey, Grace Mueller, Layla Moreno, and Kira Kearns.
If you didn't see it, don't overreact. You can still buy our tickets today for the final 2 shows this weekend.
That's it for today's show. Be sure to follow the Warrior Weekly on all social media platforms, including X, Insta, and TikTok.
For Carter Neiman and all of Warrior Student Media, I'm Caden Bunting. Have a great week, Warriors.
Bye.